am Stephen B., and I have been doing woodworking probably for the last 30, 40 years, ever since I got my grandfather's lathe. From there, I have been doing lots of small things like bottle stoppers and pizza cutter handles and handles for various things. And then I got into doing rings, which is an awful lot of fun. And I do inlays of different kinds of materials like brass, and I do emerald dust and silver dust and copper dust. And all of the wood that I use, I harvest myself. I go out in the Columbia Gorge, or also from where I grew up in Curry County, Oregon, Gold Beach. They have myrtle wood and tan oak and Port Orford cedar and some interesting things. But I don't use any kinds of foreign wood in any of the work that I do. I use strictly local wood, and we have some very interesting exotic woods like lilac, which you might not think of, sagebrush, which is just absolutely beautiful, manzanita, which comes from Curry County. I've used manzanita, and they make some very beautiful rings too. And probably what I consider my signature species that I use is black locust, which I discovered. I had no idea that black locust was as beautiful as it was until I went and cut a walking stick one day and found that there was some very dark heartwood, and I turned it on the lathe and discovered that it has a kind of opalescence that myrtle wood has, and has I think as beautiful a coloration as myrtle wood, but it's harder. It is the second hardest wood native to the United States, and it's just gorgeous. And I make an awful lot of things out of black locust and sell those things at Saturday markets, and I've been doing that for the last 3 years at Portland Saturday Market, and probably for the last 5 years at different venues. I think in the future, I would like to do more of the kinds of accessory things that I'm going to be showing tonight, that I'm going to have some models wearing, earrings and pendants, in addition to the rings that I do. I'd like to have some things that are matching sets, and I have some of those that I'll be showing tonight. And perhaps one day I'll get into some larger kinds of items, but I think that I like sticking with the small stuff. Rings are about the smallest things that I do, and probably the biggest thing I do is a pizza cutter handle, and I've done some lamps and things like that, but mostly it's small things on a small lathe, and it's very enjoyable, and I like working in my wood shop and turning these things out, and particularly like selling them to people that come to Saturday Market. My name is Stephen B., and I am a raw artist.